Have you ever reached a point in your life where nothing seems to make sense anymore? You pray, you work hard, you try to stay positive, yet the challenges only seem to grow. The people you trusted begin to change. Opportunities suddenly disappear. Relationships become uncertain. Even your own mind starts asking painful questions like, why is this happening to me? Have I done something wrong? Why does God seem silent when I need guidance the most? If these thoughts have ever crossed your heart, then this message may have found you for a reason. What if I told you that the greatest struggles of your life are not signs that you are being abandoned, but signs that you are standing at the doorway of your next spiritual awakening? What if the very challenge that makes you want to give up is actually the final spiritual test of your current stage of life? Think about a student who has spent years preparing for graduation. The closer the final examination comes, the more difficult the questions become. The examination is not designed to punish the student. It is designed to reveal everything the student has learned. In the same way, life often becomes most difficult just before a profound transformation. Every soul, at different stages of its journey, must face moments that test its patience, faith, compassion, courage, and inner peace. Inspired by the timeless wisdom of Paramahansa Yogananda, today we will explore how to recognize these sacred moments, why they appear when they do, and how to walk through them with calmness instead of fear. Perhaps what feels like the end of your strength is actually the beginning of your spiritual victory. So, take a slow, deep breath, quiet the noise of the outside world, open your heart, and stay with me until the end, because the lesson you hear today may completely change the way you understand every challenge that has entered your life. Many people believe that the greatest problems in life are financial struggles, broken relationships, or failed dreams. But beneath every visible challenge lies a hidden spiritual conflict. The real struggle is not what is happening around you, but what is happening within you. There comes a time in every person's life when old ways of thinking no longer bring peace. You may continue smiling on the outside while feeling empty inside. You may achieve success yet wonder why your heart still feels restless. This is often the beginning of a deeper awakening. Imagine a bird that has lived its entire life inside a cage. Even if the cage door is opened, the bird may hesitate to fly because it has become comfortable with its limitations. In the same way, many of us become attached to familiar fears, habits, and expectations. Life then begins removing these comforts, not to hurt us, but to remind us that our true home is not in fear but in freedom. Inspired by the wisdom of Paramahansa Yogananda, we can understand that every challenge is an invitation to remember our divine nature. The final spiritual test is rarely about changing the outside world. It is about changing the way we see it. When we stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" and begin asking, "What is this teaching me?" our consciousness starts to rise. The pain may still exist, but it no longer controls us. This hidden shift is where true transformation begins. Every difficult season becomes an opportunity to choose faith over fear, patience over frustration, and love over resentment. The soul grows stronger not by avoiding life's storms, but by learning to remain peaceful in the middle of them. Why does life seem to become more difficult just when we think we are moving closer to our goals? The answer is deeply spiritual. Before every meaningful transformation, life asks us one important question: have you truly learned the lesson you have been given? A teacher does not give the final examination on the first day of school. The examination comes only after months of learning. Likewise, the universe presents its greatest tests only after your soul has gained enough strength to face them. Consider a tree during a powerful storm. The wind does not create strong roots, it reveals whether the roots are already strong enough. In the same way, life's challenges reveal the strength of your inner character. Paramahansa Yogananda taught that every experience carries a divine purpose. The events themselves are not always pleasant, but the wisdom hidden within them is priceless. Sometimes delays teach patience. Sometimes rejection teaches self-worth. Sometimes silence teaches us to hear the quiet voice of our own soul. Psychologically, we often resist change because the mind seeks certainty, even when certainty keeps us unhappy. Spiritually, however, growth requires letting go of old identities and trusting something greater than ourselves. This is why transformation can feel uncomfortable. The old self fears what the soul already knows. Instead of seeing obstacles as punishment, begin seeing them as preparation. Every difficult moment is shaping qualities that success alone could never teach. Compassion, humility, courage, forgiveness, and faith are not learned during easy seasons. They are born during life's greatest challenges. When you understand this truth, suffering begins to lose its power, and every experience becomes another step towards spiritual freedom. Many people think karma is simply a punishment for past actions, but its deeper purpose is education, not revenge. Karma is the gentle teacher that helps the soul understand the consequences of its thoughts, choices, and intentions. Every repeated challenge in your life is like a lesson returning until it is finally understood. Imagine a person who constantly blames others for every disappointment. No matter where they go, similar conflicts appear. It may seem as though life is unfair, but the real invitation is to look within. Until the inner pattern changes, the outer experience often repeats itself. Destiny is not a prison that controls your future. It is a path filled with opportunities to awaken. Each choice you make today has the power to shape tomorrow. Paramahansa Yogananda reminded seekers that while past actions influence our present circumstances, conscious living can transform our future. Every moment offers the chance to respond with greater wisdom. The final spiritual test often appears when an old pattern returns one last time. Perhaps someone speaks harshly to you, tempting you to react with anger. Perhaps fear tells you to give up just before success arrives. In these moments, your soul is not being punished. It is being asked whether it has truly grown. When you choose patience instead of resentment, forgiveness instead of revenge, or faith instead of fear, you break the cycle. Karma loses its hold because the lesson has been learned. The greatest victory is not changing another person. It is becoming the kind of person who no longer repeats the same unconscious patterns. That is how destiny begins to change from within. The final spiritual test rarely announces itself with certainty. Instead, it quietly enters your life through unexpected situations that challenge your heart. One common sign is feeling as though everything familiar is changing at once. Relationships shift, plans fall apart, and old comforts no longer bring happiness. Another sign is experiencing repeated delays, even after sincere effort. These moments can feel discouraging, yet they often prepare you for something greater. You may also notice a growing desire for silence and solitude. Activities that once excited you begin to lose their appeal because your soul is searching for deeper meaning. Imagine a caterpillar inside its cocoon. From the outside, nothing appears to be happening, but inside, a remarkable transformation is taking place. The cocoon is not a prison, it is preparation for flight. Likewise, your season of uncertainty may actually be your season of becoming. Another sign is that old emotional wounds suddenly resurface. Memories, fears, or unresolved pain may appear again, not because you are moving backward, but because they are ready to be healed completely. You may also feel challenged to choose forgiveness when resentment seems easier, or patience when frustration feels natural. These are not random experiences. They are opportunities for your consciousness to rise. Inspired by Paramahansa Yogananda's teachings, we can understand that every spiritual test asks the same question: will you respond from fear or from the wisdom of your soul? If you begin choosing love, peace, and faith even when circumstances remain difficult, you are already passing the examination without realizing it. Passing your final spiritual test does not require extraordinary abilities. It begins with small choices made every day. The first step is to pause before reacting. When life presents difficulty, the mind often rushes toward fear or anger. Instead, take a deep breath and remember that every challenge carries a hidden lesson. Ask yourself, what is this experience trying to teach me? This simple question shifts your attention from blame to growth. Spend a few quiet moments each day in prayer, meditation, or silent reflection. In stillness, the heart hears truths that the busy mind cannot understand. Practice gratitude even during difficult seasons. Gratitude does not deny pain, it reminds you that hope still exists alongside it. Imagine two travelers crossing the same mountain. One complains about every stone in the path, while the other appreciates the strength each step develops. Both walk the same road, but only one discovers peace along the journey. Another powerful practice is forgiveness. Holding resentment keeps you connected to yesterday's pain, while forgiveness frees your energy for tomorrow's possibilities. Paramahansa Yogananda encouraged seekers to remember that true strength comes from mastering oneself rather than controlling others. Respond with kindness when possible, speak with honesty, and trust that what is meant for your highest good cannot be taken away. The greatest healing happens when you stop fighting every experience and begin cooperating with life's deeper wisdom. Your soul grows each time you choose love over fear, patience over frustration, and faith over doubt. These quiet victories are the true signs of spiritual success. Every spiritual test eventually comes to an end, but the person who emerges from it is never quite the same. The greatest reward is not the solution to the problem itself. It is the transformation that takes place within you. A diamond is formed only after tremendous pressure, and gold becomes pure only after passing through intense fire. In the same way, your soul discovers its true strength by meeting life's greatest challenges with courage and faith. One day you may look back at the season that once caused you so much pain and realize it was the very experience that awakened your deepest wisdom. The people who hurt you taught forgiveness. The delays taught patience. The uncertainty taught trust. Nothing was wasted. Every moment became part of your spiritual journey. Inspired by the timeless wisdom of Paramahansa Yogananda, remember that your true identity is not limited to your circumstances. You are not your failures, your fears, or your temporary struggles. You are a soul on a sacred journey, gradually remembering its divine connection with the infinite. When this understanding becomes real in your heart, peace no longer depends on perfect conditions. It begins flowing from within. If today's message touched your heart, take a quiet moment to reflect on this question: what challenge in your life might actually be preparing you for your greatest spiritual breakthrough? Share your thoughts in the comments, because your story may inspire someone else who is walking a similar path. If this message brought you peace, consider subscribing and sharing it with someone who may need hope today. Until we meet again, may your heart remain fearless, your mind remain calm, and your soul continue walking toward the light. As we come to the end of this journey together, I want you to remember one simple truth. Whatever challenge you are facing today is not the final chapter of your story. It may feel overwhelming now, but every great spiritual journey includes moments of uncertainty before the light becomes visible. Perhaps this difficult season is not here to break you but to awaken the strength, wisdom, and peace that have always existed within you. The final spiritual test is never about proving your worth to God. It is about discovering the divine strength that already lives in your own soul. So, when life feels heavy, don't lose hope. Keep choosing love over fear, faith over doubt, forgiveness over resentment, and patience over frustration. One small step taken with sincerity every day can completely transform your future. I encourage you to take a quiet moment after this video and reflect on your own life. Ask yourself, what lesson is my current challenge trying to teach me? Sometimes, the answer you seek is already waiting in the silence of your heart. If this message touched you in any way, I would truly love to hear from you. Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Tell me, what is the biggest spiritual challenge you are facing right now, and what lesson do you believe life is teaching you? Your words may become a source of hope and encouragement for someone else who is reading the comments and silently walking a similar path. If you found value in this video, please consider subscribing to the channel and gently sharing it with your family and friends, so together we can spread more peace, wisdom, and spiritual understanding across the world. And before you leave, I'd love to know what spiritual topic or Paramahansa Yogananda inspired teaching would you like to hear in the next video. Your suggestions help shape future content for this community of sincere seekers. Thank you for spending these precious moments with me. Until we meet again, may your heart remain peaceful, your mind remain clear, your faith remain unshaken, and your soul continue moving closer to the divine with every passing day. Jai Gurudev.